you taking the time to do this with me. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what your job title is and sort of what that entails?
Sure, no problems. For internal usage, I'm a TSM, but for outside people, that's a territory sales manager. I cover the Northwest region, North Dakota, South Dakota, all the way over to the West Coast. Then I also have Western Canada from Saskatchewan over to Vancouver, BC, and then Alaska. So I have a huge geographical swath of land. So obviously, I'm not seeing any of it right now, but as soon as it's released, I'll be visiting our friends up north in that. So I'm based here in Portland, Oregon. That's my home office, and that's where I live. And I've been here since '93 in Portland.
And so you've been in lockdown for longer than most, I guess, right?
We're going on week 4 here now. So actually, this is week 5. So we're starting today. Yeah. So we've been locked down for a while. So it's been a change, no doubt. You know, my wife is a school teacher, and this is her. I think her last day of school, I think, was March. Let's say maybe March 9th, somewhere around there. So well, maybe the 12th or something like that, but it's been a while. And then I have a sophomore, a son who's a sophomore in high school, and he's been at home as well too. They both went on lockdown the same day. So it's been a change for everybody, but you know, our house is big enough. Everybody has their own space. I have my own designated office, and when I close that door, that means I'm working, you know, so this has really been challenging for me in my mindset because I am on the road so much, and that's what I like to do. So
how are you, now that you are working from home, how are you keeping productive throughout the day?
Well, you know, I mean, basically my day starts as it always does. If it was, let's say, a regular Friday is my general office day, that I come down here and I get on the laptop and, you know, I check TeamViewer. I'm on that all day so we can all talk to each other, because all my associates, my other former sales guys, are all doing the same. So we're bouncing information back and forth. My manager, Julie, you know, she checks in with this and that. You know, I work with my inside sales associate. So she's 3 hours ahead of me, you know, by the time that I get on. And so I'm catching up on some emails, seeing what she's been doing. Then I'm just reaching out to customers, making phone calls, sending emails. You know, it's nice that Noregon has given us the tools that I can offer video demos, virtual demos for customers. So we have a great program where we can do that to provide a customer with a virtual demo. We've had long before this happened, but now that the lockdown is in place, we can basically demo JPro as if we're plugged into a live truck and show the benefits and features. So that's something that we've really been promoting during this to try to keep business going, because one thing that is still moving in this lockdown nationwide is the trucking industry is still moving. Probably more so now than ever, is we rely on those guys, and they need to keep the trucks going. So you know, going back and revisiting folks who purchased a unit a while back and saying, hey, would you like some continued training, letting them know of our new product, next step repairs. So plenty to do. It's just a different format, you know. So working the phones, using the emails and the tools that we have to do this as well too. A lot of times some of my customers I'll use, you know, FaceTime on the phone. That's an easy thing to do. So Zoom, I don't know about you, but we've been doing a lot of personal family Zoom calls. Where I was on an Easter Zoom family thing yesterday, and we even had relatives from Australia checking in. So but
it's definitely a change, but there's been, I think, some positives. Like you said, you were able to Zoom with some family further away. Maybe you wouldn't have done that otherwise. Have you noticed any other like positive things that have come from this work-wise? Anything you think will carry on after things get back to some semblance of normal?
I would think that using the virtual demo is a great idea, because sometimes, you know, we sell a product in Noregon. That's one of the things we do very well, is that we do make sure our customers understand our tools, and that's something that I personally use when I sell to them. I go, listen, you've never met me before. A lot of times I'm coming to selling to you, and especially if I'm selling outside of my region, let's say in up in northern Washington or Canada or something like that. And I haven't met those people, but saying, we're not just going to give this to you and say, hey, good luck, I hope you understand it. We're going to follow up and say, do you understand how this works, what you purchased, and that? And if not, let's train you understand. So we have, what I can do, and of course with Tom Wilkins in our webinars, all the things that you guys do a wonderful job on the marketing team of promoting. So understand our customers didn't buy this and say, hey, I don't understand how it works, or I need some more training. It's ongoing, and that type of thing. And I love the fact that how Noregon sets us up and that we have the inside-outside teams. I think that's a brilliant idea. So there's a lot of overlapping so that customer knows, hey, we're going to take care of you in that, And, that's also something that when reaching out to customers now, you have to be sensitive of the environment that we're currently in. It's like no one wants to be sold to now. We're all kind of watching. Everybody's watching their cost. And I think as more as not so much a sales approach, but like, hey, we're here for you. And we do have a new product. If you want to try it out, we're giving free access this month to the Next Step Repair.
Sure.
We still have a business to do and we still have objectives to meet, but I think we have to be sensitive of the current environment. So that's something that I'm really trying to be aware of when I call people.
Yeah, absolutely. So things are crazy. So I wanted to ask some fun questions just to, lighten it up these days. So if you could trade jobs with anybody at Noregon, you can't take their salary, but you can take their job. Who would you want to trade jobs with for a day?
That was kind of easy for me. I thought about that. And you'll be surprised, but I would take your boss, Dave Fabrizio's job. I've always kind of been an idea guy in a way. If I wasn't in sales, I probably would have gone into marketing. I think with my interaction with you, you see, I like social media and that. I'm always writing stupid little songs and jingles in my head and driving my wife nuts. I mean, when my kids were younger, I used to write songs about going to bed, cleaning up the room and all that. But I'm always writing these stupid little jingles and that. I think marketing is something that I wouldn't be. Now, I don't mean to be bad that Dave sits and writes stupid little jingles all day, but what I'm saying is I just like the idea of marketing. I think it's something that is needed. Noregon does a wonderful job of it, and I think it's an interesting aspect of it, promoting the product that we sell. So Dave's job is definitely something that I would be interested in doing, or working in your department.
Yeah, I mean, you could be honest. You just want to work with the best team at Noregon. You don't have to.
You say that because my boss might be watching this at some point. So
fair enough. So what?
But I do like being in sales. Okay.
Fair enough. What type of music are you into? You like to write jingles, but when you're not writing your own jingles, what do you like to listen to?
I'm very eclectic in my music taste. I mean, to give you an idea, yesterday I was making myself breakfast, a sunny day, and I was listening to some old Western songs. I was listening to Marty Robbins, some old country music. I'm not a big country music guy. I don't like really new country music, but I was listening to Hank Williams, old country music. But then later in the day, I was listening to some Hawaiian music. But then I like new wave music from the 80s because, that's kind of when I grew up in. I like rock. I'm very eclectic with my new music choices. Depends on the mood that I'm in. I'm on the road a lot, so I have Sirius radio in my car and then all these other, different formats to get music from. So it really varies. I do like new wave music from the 80s. It's just kind of when I grew up, and I go and see a lot of those bands in concerts when they come. But I also like hard rock, and I'm not so much a metalhead or anything like that, but I will listen to it in that. So, but yeah, I'm just real eclectic in my music choices. But I guess if I had one format I'd go to, it's probably 80s rock, and that 80s new wave and all that is one that I probably play the most. So I think on Sirius, it's First Wave is the channel I listen to. That and Lithium, Nirvana and all that, and then Soundgarden and everything.
Okay. So if you were to pick a spirit animal, which animal would you pick?
I'd have to go with the bear. I think I'd be a bear. My wife calls me bear, or used to it sometimes, and bears are just, big, burly creatures that just kind of like things like back rubs and and food and taking naps and that kind of stuff. I think a bear just is something as an animal that seems to roam the forest and just kind of enjoys the simple things in life, and I think that's me. So I relate to the bears. That would be me. So
Fair enough. So just one more question for you. What are you most looking forward to when things get back to normal?
Just kind of seeing my friends, sports. I miss sports dearly, So I miss watching the Blazers play. Big Blazers fan. So watching sports on TV. My neighbor's across street is a scout for the Los Angeles Dodgers. So
Oh, wow.
he and I talk about sports all the time and all that. And he's going nuts because he can't go do his job and scout teams right now. So players, but. That just socializing with friends, going and meeting friends for a happy hour. We've been doing a lot of Zoom happy hours. I've got a new grandchild coming, my first in June, on June 8th. So hopefully that everything's going to be good by then, so we can spend some time with them in that. My older son lives about 5 minutes away, so we're really knocking wood that it's all good to go at that point and stuff. So a lot of fun things happening. Spending time on my boat, which I think I can do anyway. So I go out, so self-isolate on the river, but just all the normal things we do, being able to just go sit with somebody. I mean, I still take a walk with a friend just about every day, and we do our 6 feet apart and stuff, but the normal things of going, having a beverage with friends after work, and just kind of getting the world back to normal, so I think that just all what everybody wants, so but
Absolutely.
Strange times, but we will get through it. We will.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, well, but So, anything else, or?
No, that's it. I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me, and I'm glad that we have this platform that we can connect and see each other. I've been, when you're stuck in the house for a while, it's nice to see a friendly face.
Yeah, same here. So, like I say, I always see you on Instagram and that, and reaching out. I feel at least some way we're all staying connected one way or another in that. So,
absolutely.
Great. Well, thanks for your time today, Allie. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
All right. Stay well.
You too. Thanks.
Bye-bye.